What happened today was finally a very much needed victory for the people that have been suffering for years, suffering at the serial attacks, targeted harassment by a character very well known as Anthony D'Amato. And the judge, after hearing the nonsense, the excuses, and the non-stop attempts to basically not just prolong, but to dodge justice and accountability.
Tell him what came down this morning where he's supposed to be.
Yes, and basically, we'll get to that, but basically, the courts finally ruled that Anthony D'Amato has violated the criminal protective order. A bench warrant has been issued for his arrest. He has a $500,000 bail set on his name right now.
Increased from $50,000.
Increased from $50,000 rightfully to...
And he lost the $5,000 on the $50,000.
Yes, and he lost the 10% down paid on the $50,000 initial. And it all stems to the fact that he, for the better part of a year, has been serially harassing people, not only the two victims from which the original criminal charges stem from, but anybody else that dares speak out about him. And for the first time, we're seeing the criminal courts finally hold this guy accountable. No more dodging, no more diverting, no more lying being accepted. And guess what happened today in court? So first of all, a bunch of nonsense. Spindell shows up late because, of course, he shows up at 9:30. The court hears a few other matters that are much speedier, and then...
But you're on time.
I was on time. I was there at the crack of dawn because I wanted to see exactly who was coming and who was not. And you know who didn't show up to court today? And he was supposed to be ordered, and he was ordered to appear, by the way, not on a 977A substitution, but he was supposed to physically appear in person by his lawyer as well. So he personally had to be there. Anthony D'Amato had to be there, and he was not. And the judge held that in very strong consideration as he disobeyed a clear order to not appear today. He chose not to show up today, and he tried to litigate a matter by saying, well, we can't litigate because he's not here. But that's not a valid excuse. If you want to have that legal argument, you show up to court, and there you hold the argument. But it doesn't end there.
Not fake a medical situation.
He faked a medical situation again. Maybe. That was the point that his lawyer, Spindell, was trying to say, that, well, he's in the ER based on a text message
He has to produce proof that he was in the hospital.
That Spindell got from his client, and he has to, and the judge asked, can you produce any proof that he's actually at a hospital, which hospital it is? Spindell said no, and then the judge said, well, can you get a hold of a relative or family member that can verify that he's in a hospital? Spindell shuffled a little bit with his papers and also finally came to the conclusion that actually, no, I'm not in touch with anybody that is related to him, and nobody can produce any sort of proof that he's actually in the ER and what ER he's actually in. So that settled that matter of where he was. And the judge, the best part, and I'm glad she did, she made him read the text messages. She made him read the text messages, and she held Spindell accountable.
He felt comfortable reading.
Yes. She said, what do you feel comfortable reading? And he said, well, I can tell you that my client said he's in the ER and that he does not have access to his phone because they apparently took it away from him at the ER, which is not something that anybody can verify. That's what the text message said.
Not normal.
And that is not normal at all for an ER to take away a patient's phone. It is not normal at all. And even if that was the case, a normal situation would be that you would alert your lawyer, of all people, which hospital you're in so that they can properly tend to you legally as well, to say you need to let your lawyer know. So if anything does get brought up.
Even a name of a hospital.
Yeah, even just a simple name of a hospital. Nothing was provided. None whatsoever. Not even with the timestamp that he was allegedly admitting to the hospital, just that he was in the ER. He didn't say exactly when, he just said he's in the ER. That's all that he said. And that's what transpired there.
There he goes. There goes your boy over there.
Oh, look, we have
Have a nice day, sir.
There's
Justice.
Spindell in the flesh. But not only that, Spindell actually relieved himself of the case. He quit. Spindell actually quit the case. At the very end, the very last thing he said is, I'm asking to be relieved, and the judge said, you are relieved.